Welcome back to 33-Year-Old Boomer Teaches You Stuff. So recently I've been playing around with learning assembly, specifically ARM assembly, the Linux variant, because there are different flavors of it. Now, this video isn't just for people who want to play around with assembly. This is also for people who want to be able to have a bare bones install of Linux running on their machine, pretty much any distro, any architecture. Like if you want x86, if you want ARM, you can do it. And this is very useful if you want to play around with a very bare bones install, if you want to learn, if you want to explore, and if you want to do it relatively inexpensively from a resource perspective. So this is going to be how to do it on Mac OS. However, the vast majority of the steps apply to any operating system. So on Mac, we're going to install the UI version of Docker, the version Docker desktop, and we're going to do cask and Docker. I already have it installed, so I'm not going to run it again, but this is the command to get it going. Once you install it, you'll have something like this. You're going to have to make an account if you don't have one, and then verify it, because we're going to download an image from Docker, so you're going to have an account. So pause the video for now, download Docker, run it, make an account, verify it, and then resume the video after. Right, so now that we have it installed, we're going to do the following. We're going to do Docker run -- platform Linux ARMv8 because that's what I'm trying to run on my end here. We're going to make it interactive. We're going to give it a name. We're going to call it Thigh Highs. If you know, you know. And then we're going to say, let's do Ubuntu and let's do bash as the shell. And boom, we now have a very bare bones shell. Now you might say, well, what if you leave it and you want to come back to it later? All we have to do is do doc start thigh highs. Oh my God. Docker start thigh highs. And then to attach the shell, you do docker exec interactive thigh highs and then bash, and boom, we're back in. So now we have a container that's running a very bare bones version of Ubuntu with an ARM 64-bit ARM architecture. Now I want to do some extra stuff here because this is very bare bones. It doesn't even have vi. So we're going to do a few things. First of all, we're going to do apt, and because we're running as root, we don't have to do sudo. We just do apt update and apt upgrade. That's going to take a minute. Now, if we just did apt install Neovim, this would work. However, this would be an older version of Neovim. If you want the newest quote-unquote unstable version, we're going to have to run a few different commands. The first thing we're going to do is apt install software properties common. That's the first thing we're going to do. Next, we're going to run this command: add apt repository ppa :neovim ppa unstable. Now, if you check out the description on this video, I have a link to my GitHub where I post written versions of my guides. So you'll be able to copy all the commands from there if you don't want to type them out. So now we basically added a repository from which we'll download the newer version of Neovim. And then we do apt install Neovim. Yes. So now, if we do nvim version, as you can see, we're on version 0.12. And we can run it, and it works. Now, I want to get a bit more involved. I want to be able to download a distribution of Neovim. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to install a couple of things. We're going to get Git. I want to also have curl and wget because I use them. I'm going to do yes. You will need Git at the very least. Now, here's what we're going to need to do. We're going to open a new window for our terminal. We're going to do docker ps. So this is the ID for the container that we currently have running. So what you can do if you open a new window is you can actually copy your current config from your existing install on your main machine. So you do docker cp, and then we do .config nvim. We paste the ID of the running machine, which you can see it right here, or you can do docker ps. Then we do root and .config. So now if we go into root, go into .config. Okay, whoopsie doopsie, I should have done nvim like this. So now nvim, there you go. It's a bit zoomed in, but there you go. So now you have your own config in here. Now you might say, well, what if I want to just download a pre-existing distro? Well, personally, what I like to do is I want to do lazy vim, and that's just one command right here. We do git clone, and then we save that into .config/nvim. And this is why we downloaded, this is why we installed git earlier, because if we didn't, this wouldn't be possible. Now, before we run it, there is one more thing we need to do. We're going to install ripgrep, because the telescope plugin for Neovim uses ripgrep. So now, if we run it, there you go. It's going to do a bunch of stuff. And there you go. You're now running lazy vim on your very bare bones Ubuntu 64-bit ARM machine. And of course it runs just like, we're kind of zoomed in. Let me just zoom out a little bit because it looks ridiculous. There you go. So now you can actually see a lot more. And boom. You can even do config nvim, just run it in here. So there you go. You can actually see all the stuff in the actual directory. And there we are. If you want to play around with other containers, you can go to hub.docker.com. I would make sure to click to tick Docker official images or verified publishers, and you can try out a bunch of other things. For example, right now, I've been playing around with the what is it, ChatGPT OSS, what is it called? Yeah, I've been playing around with GPT OSS, and all you have to do is run docker model run AI/GPT-OSS. It will download a 12 gig file, and you can play around with it. So if we go back to here, so if we exit here, so we would do docker model run AI/GPT-OSS. Hi, how is your mom doing? I'm running on an M1. It's usually fairly fast. It's a casual question. As ChatGPT, I respond politely. There's no person or mom. I can say I don't have a mom. I should respond friendly. Also note that the user might be checking if I have a personal life. I should clarify, then ask them how they're doing. I'm just a virtual assistant, so I don't have a mom. But I'm here and ready to help you. How are you doing today? Will you become a member on my YouTube channel? Maybe he knows that we have free tiers: Chad, Chad, Mega Chad, and Giga Chad. And he can get a bunch of different perks. I'm flattered that you're inviting me, but as an AI, I don't have a YouTube account or the ability to become a member of a channel. However, I'd be happy to. So he's very politely refusing us. Okay. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.